How much money will this save us? If you're a business owner looking at automation, that's usually one of the first questions you'd ask, but it's the wrong one. When you judge a tool only by the cost it cuts, you keep it trapped in the expense column. You're looking for a way to spend less instead of a way to make more. The better question is, what does this allow my team to finally do? Many businesses get stuck in a stalemate. You have this backlog of great ideas, better product descriptions, new deals, new collections, but you never get to them because you're always drowning in the small stuff. I took these questions to Piotr Cygan, who leads our Conversational AI Experience team here at Text. Piotr has built his entire career on solving this exact conflict. Before joining us, he built the fastest growing AI product in his company's history. And since arriving at Text, he's already grown our internal AI adoption by 147% in just 6 months. He's the architect who knows how to turn support chats into actual revenue. And the case we're about to discuss, he sees play out all too often.
I remember myself just having this huge backlog of things that I wanted to take care of. Changing some product description, adding more information to the website, just focusing on educating the customer. But I could never find the time to do it because I had another chat and another chat and another chat. And even with e-commerces, I visited a couple and I saw how thinly stretched they are.
When we talk about being stretched thin, the long to-do list is only a part of the picture. When we zoom out, the main conflict is between the work you can see right in front of you and the other opportunities that are screaming for your attention. Piotr highlighted exactly how the stalemate plays out in the real world with an e-commerce brand. They were trying to run a physical storefront and a digital one at the exact same time, with the same 4 people.
There were 4 ladies working in a store, handling customers in the store whenever someone appeared. They needed to restock the shelves if needed or organize things to make it better.
In a physical store, those same people would normally behave like sales assistants. They would guide customers, answer questions, and help someone choose the right product. But instead, they were sprinting between shelves and handling all of the operational work. The moment where real assistance could happen was constantly being interrupted. Trying to do everything at once starts to hurt the business instead of benefiting it. You can't provide great service when your team is forced to divide their attention.
And then in the back, on the stack of 4 boxes, there was a laptop with a live chat opened. And
No way.
yeah, and it kept ringing. So they run back to answer a customer question, run back inside. And they had one computer for all 4 of them, and they needed to continue this conversation. If someone was busy, you needed to read through it before. I feel like as a small e-commerce, you just have so many things that you would like to take care of and you can't. There's a huge part.
Yeah, you're just stretched too thin and it's impossible.
Piotr is the one building the AI systems that turn those 100 daily support chats into 100 opportunities to actually close a sale. But even with those resources, the logic trap is still the same. When you're too busy, you lose the ability to prioritize value over volume. And when you're stretched that thin, it's only natural to grab the quickest, smallest tasks first just to clear the to-do list or queue of tickets. But the second you finish one, the backlog fills right back up. It's a loop that doesn't teach you anything and doesn't grow the business either. Think of your company like a person. When you're just trying to get by, the only things that matter are food and shelter. Many businesses are stuck in this survival mode, spending all their human energy on the shelter of repetitive questions. The problem is that when all your energy goes into staying afloat, the work that actually grows the business never begins. But look what happens when you change the math. If an AI handles 30% of those repetitive pings, you aren't just saving time, you're returning it and you can reinvest it. So in a team that's handling 500 weekly hours of chat, that's 150 returned to the business.
Surfacing this information, helping these customers in this repetitive question, on one hand, can close the sale much easier. But on the other hand, it also, just gives you so much more time to focus on everything else.
So what do you do with those 150 hours? You stop playing defense and you start playing offense. When you finally break free from the cycle of small tasks, your support team transforms from a cost center and starts acting like a real expert shop assistant.
Because we have this time on our hands that we didn't before, we can do these things that we weren't able to do at all.
The right automation, like an AI agent that can sort, tag, log, and whatever else, helps you separate the maintenance from the marketing. You see, maintenance is the defensive side of your business. If a customer is asking, "Where's my order?" they aren't looking for a relationship. They're looking for a status update.
And then on the other hand, they still deal with all of those problems regarding, for example, like, where is my order? Such a common question. So those they have automated because they know that's not something that's gonna land them a sale and is gonna help them that much.
Every minute a human spends answering is a minute they aren't spending on high-value conversations that actually drive growth. While you can't put a top-tier salesperson in front of every website visitor, an AI can. It identifies the quiet shoppers who are browsing but hesitant and guides them through the buying journey exactly when they need it. By scaling your expertise this way, you turn a passive visitor into an informed buyer who feels seen and valued. You also create a space to help the customers who don't even know exactly what they need yet.
But sometimes they don't even know what they want, and we can help them as well, trying to solve their problems and find products for them. Having this very simple and elegant solution where I can just ask any question that I want and then get an answer, get a proposition, get a follow-up, and exactly get an offering that I was searching for.
Think about the last time you bought something. Let's use a hairdryer or a bike as an example. Online, if you can't find the answer to a specific question or a product description isn't clear enough, you just leave. In a physical store, you'd probably ask a human, "My hair is thick, which one is better for me?" Or, "My son needs an upgrade to try mountain biking, which models are a good start?" AI can scale personalized assistance. Think of it as a digital floor manager. It identifies the visitors who are actually showing intent and gives them the same level of care you'd get in a well-run showroom. It scales that personal touch so you're there the moment they need a guide, turning a browser into a confident buyer.
You drive automation to maybe have less people. You drive automation to not have to hire another person, and that's like part of it. But I also think we can look past that much further and just see it as a growth center where your customer service rep is a person that can actually help you drive sales.
I'm going to flip your logic switch here. When we rethink the idea of support, we actually begin to realize that every chat is capturing moments of high intent where the customer is just looking for a reason to say yes. This turns your support channel into a massive marketing asset. Every visitor on your site becomes a potential lead that the AI qualifies in real time, identifying exactly where they are in their buying journey without your team spending a minute of manual labor. When you're paying for traffic, you can't afford to let those visitors wander around alone. The AI agent takes this traffic and plugs them in directly into the buying process.
But also, if you're spending money on traffic and then it's actually coming on your site, well, what do you do with it? Well, this agent is taking your traffic and helping you qualify it and actually plugging them into their buying journey.
Absolutely. Like, lead qualification is a huge part, especially like for every business. When we have like any kind of product, really, like, we do want to help these customers and be in touch with them and try to help them on their journey.
And if you think customers hate AI, remember, what they actually hate is effort. They hate not having clear information, waiting 30 minutes for a simple answer, or repeating their story to 3 different people.
There are lots of businesses that actually care about people, and they can keep this level of care just by automating and then focusing on the customer even more, if that makes sense. Like, actually find moments where you can make the customer delighted, or a lead, a person that's on your website, make them delighted, and then make them buy.
When you use AI for the technical stuff, the experience actually improves because it doesn't have to remember specs. It just knows them, and nor does it need time to think. You can look at it this way: you're using automation to protect the level of care you give to every single person.
You have all the information that you needed so far, and we jump in and we catch this customer and we try to help them as much as possible. We have not abandoned helping customers just for the sake of using AI. Quite the opposite. Instead of having 10 chats where 9 questions are simple and there's one complicated, and you need to divide your attention like 10% per each customer. So the most complicated case gets as much effort as a simpler case. Now, these 9 questions get handled right away without even needing to wait for anyone, because we do have these informations that customer needs. And this one specific customer that actually needs our help, actually needs assistance setting something up, they get all the help they need.
By automating the simple 90% of all the questions, you allow your team to give all their attention to the 10% that need more care. This is how you actually scale your brand. By being fully present for those high-stakes moments, you turn a single transaction into a lifetime relationship. This 10% represents your real ROI, yet most businesses never reach it because they calculate their math backward. They buy into the shiny new marketing tactics and high-performance tools, but they try to run them on a broken foundation. In a business context, this creates a self-imposed revenue ceiling. You judge the automation by the cost it cuts today, while completely missing the thousands of dollars in revenue you're leaving on the table because your team is stuck in survival mode loop.
I feel like having, all of this automation and all of this AI that can help you out in this simpler part just unlocks so much possibility of being an actual advisor, an actual salesman. We can look past that much further, see it as a growth center where your customer service rep is a person that can actually help you drive sales.
When we say that automation returns 150 hours, we're actually saying that it doubles your potential for success. This frees your team to finally do the work they were hired for. The machine allows your people to focus on the more nuanced, complex conversations that a robot can't touch. Plus, automating those tasks protects your team from burnout and gives them the space to actually build relationships. You're trading 150 hours of maintenance for 150 hours of ROI-driving advice. This makes your expertise accessible the moment a customer needs it, because in the buyer's mind, waiting is just another form of effort, and effort is exactly what drives them away.
There are lots of studies about that. The less effort customers put into a product, into talking to customer service, the less effort I need to put into buying something and using something, the more inclined I am to recommend it.
That effort is a silent killer of your revenue. When you remove it, you finally align your entire organization. You see, marketing spends thousands to bring traffic to the site. And historically, if that traffic has a question, they hit a wall of wait times. Marketing blames support for low conversion. Support blames marketing for sending unqualified leads. But when AI acts as the filter, that alignment is automatic. The system qualifies the intent, surfaces the data, and hands off a hot lead to a human who can actually spend 50% of their attention required to close the deal. This is how you make a safe gamble. You use the efficiency of the AI to fund the excellence of the human. You don't have to guess if a new tactic will work, you just have to look at the math of your own interactions. Every 100 chats are 100 opportunities to see what your customers actually want. And when you finally solve the stalemate of small tasks, you can finally start treating your team's time as your most valuable growth asset.
I think that the biggest untapped potential is that you have 100 chats a day, let's say. This is 100 customer conversations when you could have actually help a customer in a way that he hasn't been helped before. It's 100 opportunities to actually just make the sale.
So let's go back to that original question. How much money will this save us? It saves you the cost of every lost lead, every frustrated customer, every missed opportunity that your team was just too busy to catch. It turns your biggest expense into your biggest asset. This is the final equation. Automation saves money by capturing opportunities that would otherwise be lost. It was really great having you here today. And I want to leave you with one thought. If you got 150 hours back this week, what's the first project to take off that backlog? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time.